Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Let's Be Real. I'm Joe Mambu.
And I'm Cheyenne Finch.
How you been, man?
I've been good. It's been a minute.
I know, busy doing all this AC stuff and working on these film sets. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah. Thank you. Got to chase my
Yeah.
dreams while I
Li-
can.
Listen, you got to, man. Is no doubt about it, man. Anything new on that front, career wise?
Work has been picking up. I guess COVID mandates have been changing, so film industry is getting back up, getting
Thank,
busier.
thank God.
Um, yes, so I should be working on a feature this summer. I got a few commercials coming up, and yeah, things are
Ooh,
going well.
commercial rates are nice. Commercial
They
checks are
are.
really nice. They pay
Those are my
well.
favorite checks.
The only the only thing I don't like about commercials is like 3 days. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's the only sucky thing. But for the most part, yeah. If you're doing like commercial jobs for like 3 months, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have a good summer.
Yeah, they're solid.
Yeah. But okay, guys, welcome to Let's Be Real. This is episode 143. Now what? And the reason why it's called Now What is because the second half of the NBA season is about to commence. You guys know All Star Weekend is this weekend. I haven't watched anything, so I'm hoping Sherman jumps in or Solo Dolo comes in and tells me some stuff because I haven't watched the All Star game. I wasn't too interested in it. I seen like clips of it, but it was all right. It was all right. But that episode ain't about that. This episode ain't about that. And then also about what the Rams and the Bengals can do to return to the Super Bowl.
Right.
So and a little bit of shade by LeBron James. You know he's always so passive aggressive. But so I want to talk about the Rams and the Bengals first. Let's talk about that. As we know, the Rams won Super Bowl 56, and it was a 23-20 victory. Um, you hear that like
Mm-hmm.
murmuring sound? Like
Yeah.
that was throwing me off. Is that me?
Yeah, because your camera was shaking a little.
Oh my god. Okay. No, no, that's not. Oh yeah. I don't know. Okay. Hopefully it goes away. But yeah, so we know the Rams won, and the Bengals came in really close. It was
Mm-hmm.
23-20, despite Joe Burrow being destroyed by the Rams front seven. Um, what do you think? As we know, the main thing about the Rams is the O line, right? They have good offensive weapons, but their O line seems to be the big problem. Joe Burrow was sacked 70 times this entire season. That's including playoffs and regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, we know during the offseason, that's something they have to address, right? But
Right.
what other areas do you feel that they need to address? I know they went to the Super Bowl, so it's hard to say, hey, you need to improve in this area to get back. They got all those guys are like signed up on rookie deals, right? Joe Burrow's what in year three, Jamar Chase was a rookie, and Joe Mixon is in like his second year, I believe. I may be wrong about that. But they have their core, and T Higgins, the tight end, is relatively young. So they're on their rookie deals. So they have that core intact. But what do you feel outside of the O line that they may need to shore up on? Because listen, Joe Burrow did a remarkable job, and he didn't throw his O line under the bus once. And
Mm-hmm.
people wouldn't be mad if he did because we knew they were abysmal this entire season. But
Right.
yeah,
Well, here was my takeaway from the Super Bowl. It seemed that as soon as Odell was taken off the field,
yeah,
Bengals and Rams became pretty evenly matched.
yeah, yeah.
And that was a big that's a big no-no for me when it comes to sports. Like one player shouldn't make your team. So when it comes to like as far as how the Bengals were playing, like you said, they did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Defense was actually pretty strong, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Especially like I said, after Odell came off the field, they were really holding it up.
Yeah.
And I was surprised actually that the Rams came through because you could see the moment that Odell got injured, their
Oh,
whole mental just shifted.
Yeah, it sucked the air out the stadium because
Exactly.
yeah,
The moment Odell got injured, it was like, well, the Rams lost, and that should not have been the mindset.
yeah.
And they just slid in with that win, just slid in.
First
But had
place.
that game been just a touch longer, just a touch
Oh yeah,
longer, they would have lost the Super Bowl.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I
Yeah.
definitely agree. With the Rams, Odell going. I felt so bad when he went down, right? Because this is a guy who, first 3 years in New York. I know you're a Giants fan, and he was the talk of the town. I mean, I tell you the truth, Odell's probably still living off those first 3 years in New York because his
Hmm.
production in Cleveland hasn't been really great, right? Odell Beckham Sr. I mean, he puts this video together of how just Baker Mayfield just can't get his son the ball, and
Right.
that got him out of Cleveland. And luckily, it did because now he's a Super Bowl champion, right? I think the
Right.
thing with Odell is he has number one talent when he's healthy. The problem is that he has the same problem as another Los Angeles superstar, and that's Anthony Davis, right? For the Los Angeles Lakers. Can't stay healthy. We know he was marred with injuries in Cleveland. He had about what, three surgeries in back to back years, like,
Hmm.
what I mean, 3 seasons. So, and he tore his ACL again, right? So he scored the first touchdown, and then he goes and he gets it to the 35 to set up the other touchdown. And I'm just like, man, Odell is great, but I think his career may be over, right? Like if he was to still play, it would be like for the love of the game. But his Hall of Fame chances, I don't think he would make the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? That so
Right.
many. Yeah, I mean, and you think about it, he had an ACL tear, no contact. Like it wasn't like he got hit by like Von Miller or Aaron Donald or any of the defensive players or Jalen Ramsey. Like it was a non-contact injury. Just a
Hmm.
little scary, right? I don't know how, and then I don't know necessarily how long ACL tears take to come back from. But it's one of those things. He's gonna miss most of next season, if not all of next season, right? So
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
didn't he tear it over like years ago and he re-injured
Oh
the
yeah,
injury?
yeah, it's it's
Yeah.
it's the same, knee. Yeah, it's the same knee.
Yeah. So what's crazy to me is like back in the day, you get an ACL tear, you're out the game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like he's been playing for these past few years off that injury.
Mm,
And it's sad to hear like I remember when Odell got drafted, so
yeah,
it's sad to hear like his career might be done now. Like
yeah,
because it feels like such a short amount of time
yeah,
and he's been moved around from team after team after team.
yeah.
Like when he came to the Giants, I remember he was frustrated because the Giants weren't winning and he wanted to go to a Super Bowl, of course.
Oh yeah.
And our recent years have just been a disaster. Don't even get me started.
Y'all trying to get another quarterback because it looked like y'all may need to. I don't know this.
The
What's
quarterback has always been our issue.
okay?
Like
Because
it's always the thing that either takes us to Super Bowl or the thing that keeps us from Super Bowl. Our quarterback is always our issue.
yeah, yeah.
If we could just get that quarterback situation together, we'd have a solid team and be ready to go.
Listen,
But
y'all got the running back. Saquon
yeah,
ain't bad. I mean, if he's
exactly.
healthy,
Like
he's not bad, man. Yeah,
yeah, but he was frustrated with the Giants because he couldn't get to Super Bowl. He
mm,
goes to the Browns. He can't win with the Browns either.
Jesus.
And it's like at this point, it's like we know he's a solid player, so it's
Yeah,
like it's not his fault. You know, if Odell's on that court, I mean on the
on that
field,
field,
if
yeah,
you
you'd be
you know if
hating.
Odell's on the field, like you know he's gonna give it his all. He's got the one hand
Yeah,
catches, like he's a
yeah,
star like receiver,
yeah,
but it's just sad to hear that his career could be ending so quickly off of an injury when you see how
yeah,
bad he wants it. But for him, he's been passed around from teams based off of attitude. I've heard
yeah. Which
like
I think he
his
gets
whole.
a bad rap for that.
I mean, after him, like what was it? He was like stomping or dancing or something on the Vikings logo that one time. Like I could
uh,
see he does have a bad attitude. Like, and then they got blown out that game. Like
yeah,
he definitely needed to get his attitude checked and he needed to be humbled, but I think it's pretty sad to see him kicked out so soon
yeah,
off of this injury.
But the thing is, I think his time in Cleveland kind of humbled him, right? So it's
Mhm.
like that's what the trade was supposed to do. It just took Odell a little bit longer to realize it himself. Like when he got traded from New York to Cleveland, that was supposed to be the humbling. Like, oh, now I'm in backwater Cleveland. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
No offense to Cleveland, but it's not New York. Even though I'm not much of a fan of New York, but I'd rather be in New York than Cleveland.
Right.
but that was supposed to be the humbling experience, and I guess the years that he spent with Baker Mayfield, right, didn't work out, so he got
Mhm.
humbled, right, and now he's 29, right, so it's like, how long are receivers lasting? You ain't got much productive 36-year-old receivers, right? So that's already less than a decade. I'll give you to about 33, 34, maybe, if you really like take care of your body, which Odell seems he does, but he's also a guy has changed the direction. So you can imagine his ankles, his knees, his
Mhm.
hamstrings. You know what I mean? He's a frail guy. I mean, a slender guy, but yeah, it feels bad. I mean, if it ends, at least it ended on a good note, and it wasn't like when Jeremy Shockey won his championship where he
Mhm.
wasn't really a part of it. Jeremy Shockey, that's a throwback, right? But it's more so like, yo, you wouldn't have the Rams wouldn't have won a championship if it wasn't for Odell. Because Odell was
Mhm.
getting hot. Like he was gonna cook. Like I think if he would have stayed in the game, he would have won MVP and not Cooper Cup. Because he was
Right.
getting hot. And we gotta talk about Cooper Cup too. Listen, my man, the last drive, him and Matt Stafford, you know, four receptions, 39 yards. You know what I mean? That was one of the things like, yo, you gotta just give it to your best player.
Right.
And Matt Stafford and Cooper Cup hooked up 4 times for 39 yards on that last drive. It was crazy.
Mhm.
Um, the thing that I feel like the Rams need to do, right? Because Von Miller, they all went in. They all went in. They got Matt Stafford, you know what I'm saying? They got OBJ, and then Robert Woods got in. And that's the thing, too. The Rams still got Robert Woods. He was their number two. And then OBJ walked in, and then I think Robert Woods injured his ACL as well. You know what I mean? He
Right.
got injured as well. So Robert Woods should be coming back. But the Rams need to shore up that defense, right? Like, re-sign Von Miller. Von Miller's only 32. You know what I'm saying? So, and listen, I'm pretty sure he wants another Super Bowl. OBJ, it's tough. He's injured. You know what I mean? I think he will be on a different team. I wish the Rams would get him back. But, at this point, I don't know how much OBJ has to offer. ACLs ain't career ending, but when you having three of them, it might be time to hang up your cleats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So talking about Rams going all in, I want to switch it a little bit. Switch it a little bit to the NBA. So Los Angeles Rams, SoFi, Hollywood ending. You also got this other Hollywood team, my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers. They haven't really been great for the past 2 seasons. They picked up Russell Westbrook, and halfway through the season, the experiment hasn't really worked, right? Um, LeBron went to the Super Bowl and whatnot, and it was, he's up front and center. So Les Snead, who's the Rams general manager, had a shirt of his face on it, and because the Rams went on win, they trade all them picks, and he said on the shirt it read "fuck them picks," right? So I'm like, oh shit! Like, I mean, when I play 2K, I'll be like, "Fuck them picks," because like 2K23 is gonna come out,
Right.
and I can't use, like, I'm not playing 2K22 for 5 years,
Mhm.
right? So I get it. Fuck them picks. I'll be like, I'll trade. I'll just trade them away, like no problem. So Les
Right.
Snead in real life decides to do this, right? Fuck them picks. We're all in. He gets Matt Stafford, trades what, 3 first round draft picks for Matt Stafford? I'm looking
Mhm.
like Matt Stafford been abysmal for 12 years in Detroit. And he had one of the best receivers in Megatron, right?
Mhm.
And it didn't go nowhere. And Megatron retired before 30, right? Okay.
Right.
Um, so Lesney decides to trade for Stafford, decides to trade for Von Miller. and we know those were the two pillars, and then OBJ, and those were the OBJ comes in. He wasn't a trade, but he was creating a sign. But Lesney goes all in, and he trades his draft picks, right? So
Mhm.
LeBron tweeted, he was like something along the line, like he was like, I like this, right? That wasn't an actual tweet. I'm just paraphrasing, but he liked it. He tweeted, and but he liked what Les Snead said, right? So
Mhm.
people were like taking it a shot at like Rob Palinka, and I'm a little sensitive when it comes to Rob Palinka because Rob Palinka was Kobe's agent for like 20 years, right?
Mhm.
And now Rob Palinka is now the general manager of the Los Angeles Lakers. So the trade
Right.
deadline just passed, right? The big thing was like Ben Simmons and James Harden, but the Lakers kind of stayed pat. They didn't really do anything, and there's sources within the organization saying, "Hey, man, we're trying to unload Westbrook's contract and the 2027 first round pick." And LeBron was a little bit upset because Rob Palenka wasn't willing to give up on the Westbrook experiment. Now, from past seasons, past episodes, I'm a huge Westbrook guy, but it ain't working. I don't know if he's a little nervous to play in Los Angeles, Staples Center or whatever it's called now, Crypto Arena. Jesus Christ, why would they choose that? But,
It's
but
crypto now?
yeah, it's like crypto.com arena. And
Oh,
that's
they
why
did have like a commercial in Super Bowl, something for crypto.
Yeah,
Crypto's
it's
blowing up.
yeah. I mean, I hear you. I listen. I get it, but listen, Staples Center. All right, forever. Staples Center. Right. So LeBron does. LeBron. He does this anywhere he goes. He just shifts the team. I remember he traded half of Cleveland, right? When he acquired this Cleveland team, he went back and he thought he was going to compete for championships against Golden State, and
Mhm.
listen, it wasn't happening. So then he got rid of everyone, right? Trade half away the team, and they still lost, right? And
Right.
at this point in time, LeBron is 37 years old, right? He's not he's putting up crazy numbers, but he can't carry the team like he used to. He needs better players. Westbrook isn't available. I mean, Westbrook is available. He's just not the Westbrook that we're used to seeing. Minus the turnovers because he's always been a turnover machine. but and then Anthony Davis, aka Street Clothes, aka Mr. Glass, he can't never stay on the court. And LeBron is a little bit upset because the Lakers are now sitting at ninth in the West, right? So that's like playing tournament. Playing tournament is usually through 7 through 10.
Right.
Um, but the problem is, right? The Lakers had a chance to get DeMar DeRozan, right? Who's an LA native. The Lakers had a chance to get Buddy Hield. Rob Pelinka already had a deal in place. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't the first time we've seen LeBron. Like he gutted my whole like I'm a Lake. He gutted my whole Laker. He gutted Brandon Ingram. He gutted Josh Hart. He was the reason Julius Randle couldn't come back, right? There's a reason why Lonzo Ball's not there. That's LeBron. Like that is LeBron James, right? And I'm not saying the Lakers did get a championship in the bubble 2 years ago. So I get it. But it's a bubble championship. I don't really care about that. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis was good for that. He was good, but the problem is Anthony Davis is never available. He got injured what like 2 3 games ago, and now he's injured for 4 weeks, and that's when he came back for a stint of 5 games from a previous injury. Right? I don't know. He needs to get with LeBron in the summer and work on his bottom half, his glutes. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Get his hamstrings right. You know what I'm saying? His ankles, whatever.
Mhm.
But the problem I have with LeBron is he put this team together now. Now he's trying to throw Rob Pelinka under the bus because of Les Snead trading all them picks. First of all, you got a 2027 pick. Nobody wants that. It's 5 years from now. Nobody wants that. The Lakers were only getting John Wall. And listen, I love John Wall. But I love John Wall, right? It's one of the reasons why I fell in love with DC
What's
when I
good,
was
y'all?
Yo, what's good? Oh, snap, boy. Snap, boy. What's going on, man? It's okay. It's okay. But
Technology.
it's all goody, man. But I love John Wall but he ain't what he used to be. And we not trading Russell Westbrook for John Wall. We could have got DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan this season is a MVP candidate. LeBron said
He
no.
is.
Yeah, he's in
He is.
conversation. Yeah, Lonzo Ball playing really well for the Chicago Bulls alongside DeMar
Zach
DeRozan.
Levine.
Well, I mean, we ain't have a chance with Zach Levine. We need to try to do that. Maybe you know what I'm saying. We don't have a chance with Zach. I wish we could get Zach Levine. But the problem is LeBron guts these teams, and then he does this passive aggressive shit by liking what Les Snead said. Like you ain't got to say shit. We understand that. Listen, you wanted to trade that 2027 pick because you don't care about the team's future. And that's why I can't never rate him as the greatest Laker, because he doesn't care about the Lakers' future. Like once he retires,
Let,
what happens? Does he consult for Miami? Does he consult for Cleveland? Does he consult
he ain't doing
for,
none of that.
you know what I'm
He
saying?
ain't doing none of that. He ain't doing none of
He's just gonna make a LeBron vineyard because he loves his wine.
that.
You
LeBron
know what I'm saying?
Vineyard.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm
All the
not
wine
talking
out
too
there.
long. Go ahead, guys. I've been talking too long.
But hold on. With that, everybody knew this was going to happen. And I told people, with the Lakers, winning one championship don't mean nothing. You have to win multiple. Now,
Yeah,
if he was in any other city, that's gold to them. In Lakerland, it's a Tuesday. They want multiple championships,
yeah,
and he has not lived up to what he's supposed to be. I mean, he's putting up the numbers, yeah,
yeah.
but look at the team around him. Look what the team they assembled. And Jeannie Buss said, "No, y'all gonna stick with this team, and y'all gonna ride this thing out. So y'all better figure it out."
Yeah. My question is, can we get rid of Anthony Davis?
You have to try to trade him, bro.
Can we
You
trade
got
him?
to get something.
Can we get rid of him, man?
He,
I don't he plays like 40 games a year and there's 82 in the season. And that's including playoffs. Like,
he's gonna
can we get rid
maximum.
of
He's
him?
gonna give you six. Maximum. He's gonna give you 60 games.
Because I don't get it, man. You know, he came in this summer. I mean, last summer, you know, looking bulk, looking fit. I'm like, oh, Anthony Davis about to take the league by.
Nah,
Come on, man.
no, that's fool's gold, bro. You really believe that?
Come on. You think the
You
niggas?
want him? He should look like Giannis. And to be perfectly honest with you, he should
I
look
don't know.
somewhere near Giannis.
Giannis got them African genes in him.
Yeah, it's freaking guy
Giannis a
over
different
here.
monster. He Nigerian, so you know how much I don't fuck with them Nigerians. So you know,
Take it easy, buddy. Take it easy. Take it easy over there.
I'm
Take
joking.
it
I'm
easy
joking.
over
I'm
there.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. But
No, but no,
go
but I'm
ahead.
saying like, is this going to be an uphill battle for the Lakers? Like,
Yeah,
you can get something for Anthony Davis, but is what it
man.
can't be outrageous
I
because
trade him.
because like you said, he's been injury prone.
I trade him for the dude at the concession stand, bro, just to get the money off
Oh
his
my
chest.
God,
You know what
come
I'm
on, bro.
saying? I'm just saying he's never he's a great player. He's a great player, but the problem is like he's always injured. And like this is the thing, when LeBron wanted that trade, we could have had Anthony Davis walk to us the summer after we traded for
He
him
he
for
couldn't wait.
nothing. He couldn't
He
wait,
couldn't
right?
wait.
But the problem is now you brokerage the Lakers' future because this is a
Like he
makeshift
cared.
team.
Like he
You
But
really cared.
if he's too injured, why not just retire him?
He's only
Now he ain't gonna
28.
retire. He ain't
He's
giving up all
only
that money.
28. He's
But
He's
only
only
if
20. He
he's
ain't giving up
but
all
if
28.
that
you're
money.
injury prone, like is I at that point I don't even think age matters. It's can you play the game.
Yeah.
If you can't
No,
play, then you can't play.
I agree.
Availability.
I agree.
You have to
I'm
be
25,
available.
but the Lakers ain't about to let me on a court. Like that's not about to happen.
Listen,
Like,
yo,
it
listen,
ain't got nothing to
listen.
do with. But she's 25. Like nobody cares.
We gonna call Rob Palenka. We gonna trade Anthony Davis for Cheyenne. You know what I'm saying? Straight
Yo,
up.
I want
Straight
some
up.
seats.
And we including the 2027 pick.
Word. Yo, we want front row seats, Cheyenne. Come on, sister
Listen,
Cheyenne.
that's it, yo.
Front row seats.
LeBron throwing lobs to Cheyenne. She like Wakati.
What, yo?
You know what I'm
Just see me
saying?
running down the court screaming
That's
while
it,
a
yo.
bunch of
That's it,
grown
man.
men, like
I'd be like, good
7 feet
riddance,
tall,
Anthony
chase me.
Davis.
Street clothes over there, baby.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. All right, so
Always in them street clothes.
how much time we have left? We were supposed to
I
talk
don't
about
even know.
this
I
shit.
came in just
That's okay. Anybody want to
taking
talk
that.
some
We
Brooklyn
got
Nets and
5
what's up
left.
with them? 5 minutes or
Oh
anybody
yeah,
want to talk?
y'all, yeah. Oh, y'all want to talk about Ben the Scammer?
Yeah, I'll listen. I'll talk for him for like 2 minutes and then bounce because we gotta wrap the show up.
Word.
2 minutes and then bounce.
Well, first, as I said before, if the strip clubs in Philadelphia are up to par, they will be in the finals to me.
I do have to
Now, as
test
far
that
as
test that theory out. Go ahead.
do your journalistic duty, bro.
I got you.
Come on.
Got you.
Now, as far as Brooklyn is concerned, Brooklyn has a chance to be dangerous. But my question is, what happens now when it's 2 minutes, when there's seconds up on the clock, and it just so happens as Ben Simmons gets the ball and he's 2 feet under the rim. He's going to pass the ball then too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hopefully Ben Simmons has learned from that mistake that he made in the Eastern Conference Finals. No, it was semifinals. Sorry, they didn't even make it to the finals.
Yo, that's game 7, bro.
Game 7. But the thing is like, yo, you got that 7 foot monster in Brooklyn who erases all problems. He erases
Of,
all problems. That
of
seven
course,
foot monster, he erases every mistake for every single player on that team. That's how
of,
great Kevin Durant is.
of course.
Um, I think Ben Simmons would fit in a little bit better. That's why I felt like they included Seth Curry in that trade because you need a shooter.
Right.
Um, yeah, you could put Ben in the final moments because he's so fast from from one end to the court to the other, right? So then you
He,
got to worry about Simmons drawing in defenders, and then what happens? Guys like Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying? Guys like Seth Curry on the ring, you could pop that out because Simmons is a big, strong guy. So, and his ball handling is better than LeBron's ever been at his young age, right? And
no
he
moves,
has
McGee.
LeBron, I call him no moves McGee. He got no moves. But Ben Simmons actually has moves. Now, the difference between Ben and LeBron is the mental, right?
Right.
And I feel a little bit bad, but I felt like Ben Simmons was using that mental health shit as bullshit. He was bullshitting with
And,
that. I think he
and
was
a lot of
bullshitting because all of a sudden now, 2 weeks from now, you're ready to play for the Brooklyn Nets. But you needed to go to a therapist to go. Because listen, New York is going to give him the same vinegar that Philly
oh
gave.
Lord,
Don't think you ran away
Whew.
from it. Don't think you ran away
It's
from
even
it
worse
because
to me.
we love Julius Randle last year, right? We loved
Yeah,
him.
I ain't doing shit now.
Look at him now. They hate him.
He fighting coaches and whatnot.
We loved Tom Thibodeau last year. What happened? We don't
He
love him no
burning out
more.
like I said he would. Like I
We
said
don't
he
love
would.
him now.
Burn
Listen,
out.
don't
Sister,
think you
Sh-
coming in easy.
Sister Cheyenne, what do you think about this whole Ben Simmons mental issue thing?
He
I'm sorry.
Okay.
frozen. No.
I'm sorry. You said about Ben Simmons?
Yeah, and the whole mental issue situation he's been dealing with.
Well, can you explain to me real quick the mental health
Like,
situation?
not like basically he said he had mental issues after what was said about him during the conference semis, where Doc Rivers said he didn't know if he could win with Ben Simmons. Joel Embiid said he literally just blame Simmons for losing the game, losing the series,
Yeah.
and
And
then
he's
all the
saying
hoop.
he's having like mental trauma after those comments were made.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little much. It's a little drastic.
You think it's a little much?
Um, I mean, like, of course, like it hurts if someone's like, I can't win with this person. And it's like you can't take away from somebody else's experience
Yeah.
and be like, oh, I think you're overreacting. Like this is his career, this is his game, this is what he
Yeah.
does for a living, this is what he wants to do. And for someone to look at you and be like, you're the reason we can't win and you suck, it can be a lot. That's like me going on a movie set and someone being like, this movie was trash because Cheyenne was behind the
She can't
camera.
pull
Like,
focus.
Oh.
God damn it. She can't pull
like
focus. God damn it. Get me another first AC. Well, no, you're a second
ASAP.
AC. But
I'd be concerned. I mean, like it can take a minute to recover from something like that. I can
yeah.
understand that. I think to come out and tell the public that, you wouldn't get a good response to that. I
It wouldn't
wouldn't
do justice.
publicly
Yeah,
say it, but I
wouldn't
can
do justice.
And
understand it
I,
taking a minute to bounce back.
and to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't believe it either. I just thought like, listen, he just like said, you know what, F it, blame me for everything. I'm done. I don't want to play for and he stood fast on it. He was serious. I give him credit for that.
He should have got
Now he'll get to
something.
get up in a couple. He'll get up now in a couple games, few games or two, get himself ready. His first game. He said he want to play against Philly as his first game.
I'm buying tickets to that
That's
now.
very.
That's March 10th. I got
I,
that on the calendar. I'm buying that, baby. They just lifted vaccine mandate. I'm getting tickets to that. I'm getting tickets to that. I'm getting tickets. I'm waiting for
wait,
that. That's
where's
March
that?
10th.
Is it Philly?
It's in Philly. Yeah, March 10th. I already
Yo,
looked it
son,
up.
give me tickets, bro. I got you.
I mean, we can talk about it.
I got you.
We can-
No. That is must see. That's must see.
yeah.
The drama. The you want to be in the moment of when this is happening, because you know it's going to be drama when that's on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end the show. If Ben
Mm-hmm.
Simmons didn't want to deal with criticism, he should have got traded to the Sacramento Kings because you could be in basketball purgatory and definitely nobody won't say a fucking word over there. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, thank you for tuning into another episode of Let's Be Real. It was good. I'm glad Big Sherm was able to make it halfway through. Cheyenne, is always a pleasure seeing you.
Sister
Hopefully we
Cheyenne,
got
thank you.
She's so
Always a
busy.
pleasure being here.
She's so busy
I'm
making
trying, y'all.
movies.
Making moves,
She doesn't
baby.
have
Making
time for
money.
us anymore. It's okay. It's okay. I
Nah,
totally get
nah,
it.
nah. She making money. That's what
She
you're
has a
supposed to do.
she has a real career, and I can't wait to see all her IMDb credits. Okay.
Thank
Right.
you.
But on that note, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you want, check us out at lbrstalk@gmail.com. Make sure to hit us up on Instagram. If you got any questions and comments, make sure to hit up that Gmail, that email, lbrstalk@gmail.com. You enjoy your all-star weekend and the Monday, because ain't nobody got shit to do. We all.
Pretty much.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Later.